Hi everyone, Dr. Robinson here with another abacus lesson. We're going to go over our rules of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 before we go ahead and go into subtraction of these. And so we know that everything either needs to equal up to 5 or 10, and that's what makes this way of using abacus so much easier than other methods. Well, 5 already equals up to 5. We're good to go on that. And if we were to add 5 to that, we would just clear this 5 and set the 10 on the next row. But since I'm using this as demonstration purposes today, we're going to leave that 5 alone. So let's move over to 4. We know we need to do something with only one bead, just one bead, because 4 plus 1 equals 5. So if I was to add 4 more to this, I would just clear a 1 and I would set a 5. Okay, the rules of 3. What equals up to 5? 3 plus 2. So I always need to be doing something with 2 beads. So if I was to add 3 more to this, I would clear 2 and I would set a 5. Now we have 2. Well, that's easy. That's called direct setting. We just add 2 more to that and we have 2. 1, that's pretty easy too. We just go ahead and add 1. And lo and behold, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and if we would have been setting another bead over here, it would have been 10. Easy, easy, easy. That is how easy this system of using the abacus is. So let's go over these rules again. Somehow they have to be equaling up to 5. And of course, as you get into double and triple digits, then maybe it won't just be equaling up to 5, it may be equaling up to 10, but it's either 5 or 10, always. So if you're doing something with a number 4, you know you need to be doing something with one bead. If you're doing something with a number of 3, you need to be doing something with 2 beads. If you're doing something with 2, you need to be doing something with 3 beads. And if you're doing something with 1, well, 1 is pretty easy. So let's go ahead and clear our beads. Now, if you're in the classroom and the teacher is giving 2 digits or 3 digits or whatever, kids who completely understand these concepts can use just the left side of their abacus. With a lot of younger kids, what we do is we actually use 2 abacuses, and this is, of course, all auditory learning. Now, if they actually have the math work, which is much more ideal or needs to be in combination with this, they can actually read the numbers, they can set the digits, and then read the next number. It's just mixing in what the child needs. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up a problem. Let's say the child is in the room and the teacher says everybody set 78. Okay, the kids will even get to the point where they can set both of these using their pointers and their thumb. If they're not there yet, go ahead and have them set the 50 and then set 2 10s for 70. Have them set the 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. But the very advanced kids, they get there and they just use the pointer and the thumb to move those beads up and down. Okay, so 23, and once again, we use the left-hand side, or the child has a second abacus if it's not written down. And then always, if this is done orally in the classroom, back it up with hard copy Nemeth code. So once again, we're 3, and we know our rules that we have to be doing something with what number? 2, right? Okay, so if we need to subtract, this is subtraction, so we've got 78 minus 23, and this is done just like it is in the classroom, so it's very, very easy. Well, this is direct. We love that. 3, take away 3, no problem. We have 5 left on that. 2, let's go ahead and take 2. Easy, easy subtraction problem on that, and our answer is 55. Let's reverse that. Let's say it is 55, take away 23. Once again, we have to be doing, we've got 3 there. What are we going to do that equals up to 5? It's 3 and 2. So we add those 2 and we clear the 5, okay? Because we know 5 minus 3 is 2. Let's move over to the 10s. We've got 20, okay? We need to do something with what beads? 3 beads. So what we do is we go ahead and we set those 3 and clear that 5, and we now have 32, okay? 32. So 55 take away 23 is 32. Okay, let's clear our beads. And just remembering rules, and it keeps it easy. Okay, how about 15 take away 12? So we've got 15. We need to set our 10, and we come over here, and we need to set our 5. So we've got 15. And if it's done orally, we go ahead and set 1, 2. So here we have 2. We know we need to do something with 3 beads. So what do? We set 3, and we clear that 5, because we know 5 minus 2, yes, is 1, 2, 3. We move over to the tens column, we just clear 10. Well, that is pretty easy. 1, 2, 3. So 15 minus 12 is 3. Let's go ahead and do something even more difficult. Let's clear our board. Let's say the teacher says 87. Okay, set your 80, and we're 7. And we want to clear 45. 45. Okay, this is nice. This is what's called direct. Our ones, we're going to subtract 5 from that. Well, we've got a clear 1 there. That's called direct. We love direct. We just take away 5. Move over to the tens. 40. We need to get rid of 40. So we know our rule is we need to be doing something with 1 bead, okay? So we need to set 1 and clear 5, because we know 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, got that? And we have 42 remaining as our answer. Okay, let's clear our board. Here we go. Let's do another one. How about 13 minus 11? Well, most of us can do that in our heads, but let's say you're a beginner student, don't have that down yet. So let's set a 10. Let's set 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and set 11 on the other side. And we know we need to take away 1. Direct. We love that. We go ahead and just take away 1. Come over to the tens. We need to take away 10. That's very easy. Subtract 10, and our answer is 2. Let's go ahead and do another one. Okay, so let's say 56. This is a little more indirect, and we need to subtract 34. Okay, we need to subtract 34, and we've got 4. What's our rule? 1, right? But we're subtracting, so we're not going to take away a bead. We're going to add a bead. So we add a 1. We take away 5, because 5 minus 1 is 4, and we have 2 remaining. Move over to the tens, and we've got 30 to take away. We know the rule is we need to be doing something with 2 beads, right? So all we have to do is we set 20, and we subtract that 50, because 50 take away 20 is 30. Lo and behold, we have the answer of 22. So if you remember your rules, literally the kids are only working with the numbers of 5 or 10, which makes addition and subtraction exceptionally easy. It takes lots of repetition, but if they learn this well, moving into multiplication and division is even easier. So that is how you do subtraction. Same rules apply. But remember, you're moving beads back up instead of taking beads away. Practice those skills, and we'll move on to the next lesson.